Let's do take two with some sound here. Um, this is my story about having an aortic aneurysm. I also live with anxiety, and my anxiety attacks can be pretty rough, such as my heart pounding, like racing, and the inability to breathe, and not being able to call for help. And trust me, since I got my mastectomy, I can see when my heart is pounding out of my chest. So, usually when I have an anxiety attack, I do my anxiety attack cures and kind of wait for them to go away. But recently, I thought I had a kidney infection because I was having really bad pains in my left side and spasms. I also had a spider bite of some kind on my stomach. So I went to the doctor because of the pains, thinking I had a kidney infection. And she said it didn't present like that. It presented more like kidney stones. So she sent me to have a CAT scan. Found no evidence of kidney stones, but we did find an aneurysm about that long. And I always thought it was up by my heart. Anyway, she gave me some muscle relaxers for what she thought was a pulled muscle. And I went home, but it wasn't getting any better. So I called back in and ended up seeing a different doctor who didn't think I had a spider bite. Neither doctor thinks that the spasms, or thought that the spasms, had anything to do with the aorta. But then, after they conferred a little bit, I found out that the aneurysm is located about where the spasms are. So they decided that maybe I should have an ultrasound to see if it was growing. And I had an ultrasound, which was quite the experience. I saw how my heart works. I saw where the blood flows and everything. Saw the aneurysm. Heard the different sounds of my heart in the different places. Found out I have a cyst on my aorta as well. But got more muscle relaxers for the spasms. The aneurysm hasn't grown, so sent me home. The spasms are getting better, but then so is the bug bite. So I kind of still think that they have something in common. But anyway, basically, because of my anxiety and the way it hits me, and because of the aneurysm, I was told that you don't ignore your panic attacks because it could be not a panic attack. So yesterday was a pretty rough day because I spent it arguing with my sister that hates me. Oh yeah, she told me she hates me. She hates me because she said I was spoiled as a child, and apparently I'm responsible for any bad thing that happened to her as a child. Personally, I remember our childhood as being pretty darn normal for the era, but she hates me for that, and then she has pushed that hate over to the fact that I qualify for Medicare and Medicaid. You know that means I'm poor. But the other day she unblocked me to tell me that our mother is not doing well in her health, and that basically it's my fault and I needed to fix it. Well, that led to a whole mess. Because, see, I think Sissy Pants set me up, and I think she's been doing it for a long time. And it has to do with her hate and her resentment. One of the things she made clear to me is that while she can give Mom a nice new home to live in and new furniture and new everything, and take her wherever she wants to go, and she has the money to do these things, and I have not contributed financially, so all I am is a burden. So she wins. If I want my mother to be happy, because my mother is going to be living with the woman that hates me, I need to back out. And I've told her, okay, you win. You won't hear from me again, neither one of you. Be happy. Apparently, I am responsible for all the bad in your life. So be happy without me. But I'm saying that because she spent yesterday, after being told about the aortic aneurysm, about the fact that I was having pain, and she was causing it, the stress, the anxiety. No matter how many times I asked her to leave me alone, she continued to push and laugh. Now, I have never had anybody try to put me into an attack that would put me into the hospital, heart attack or anxiety attack, so it's a little odd to have your own blood family member do it. But I finally was able to block her. That's another story. My page is public, my Facebook page. She can see everything I say, and trust me, I am going to be vocal about the fact that for years I struggled trying to do everything that they said I needed to do to be accepted into the family. And when I got on the medication that I needed, and it was helping me and things were going well, she pushed and pushed and pushed until the medication could not help anymore, and I snapped. She knew what she was doing. She got what she wanted. And everybody that knows her still thinks she's the wonderful, sweet, long-suffering person that she claims to be, because they don't see what she does behind the scenes, or the things that she says. Read my Facebook page, folks. But as far as this, having anxiety of the type that I have makes it very difficult to know whether I'm going to have a heart attack or an anxiety attack. And major anxiety will put me in the hospital right now, which I can't afford because, like I said, I'm poor. I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't like hospitals. So I'm out of their lives. I don't like the fact that I can't contact my mother anymore, but she's going to be living with the one that hates me. And she's kind of between a rock and a hard place there, because any defense of me would annoy the person who is in charge of her, who is allowing her to live there. And I've already been threatened with her being put in a home and being barred from seeing her there too. So knowing that I can't see her either way, I think this is the best for my anxiety and my whatever my issue is with the aneurysm, and for my mom. I love her. In fact, I'm a lot like her. But to protect her, I have to make the hateful one happy. So I'm doing it. So there we go. And since she doesn't believe I have a health condition, it's probably best to cut her out of my life anyway. I don't need people laughing at me like that. The aneurysm may turn out to be nothing. It may never grow. I may never have a problem with it. But I'll always have the anxiety. And the medication I'm taking works quite well when I'm not pushed. So the best thing I can do is stay away from people that push the things that stress me out and cause me anxiety. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to be happy, because that's who I am. I'm not the evil person that I've been made out to be. Yes, I can be a mean, nasty witch when I'm poked. But it's generally in defense of myself or my family. I'm not mean to people just to be mean to them. That would be that good Christian sister of mine, whom, by the way, people that act like her are the reason I turned away from God. I'm not saying he doesn't exist. I'm saying he's weak. And when he's got people like that as his spokespeople, he's not going to get the good ones. The good ones aren't going to come to him. The hateful, the racist, the bigoted, those are the ones that are going to come to him. Never me again. Because I've been exposed to his people. But to look on the bright side, hang on to your magic. And thank you for visiting. Have a lovely day.